find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And finding the tight end Hooper. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing is Hurts. Flushed out right. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A 1st down carry for Henry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Melvin Ingram able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
That was a really nice job of awareness there by the left defensive end because he stayed out wide. That tells me that he's watched a lot of tape and studied a little bit because he knows they like to move the pocket. Came off of his block and able to get his man down out in the open field.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's third and a yard. Hurts. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Big completion there on third and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. First and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a third and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Melvin Ingram picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt. On third down, here's Lindsey. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Hurts fumbles it, but I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They'll set up a throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on, and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Hurts fumbles it. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught by Williams. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
On 1st down, Hurts. This is Chenault on the receiving end. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Working with a 2nd and 4. They go play action with Hurts. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Henry again on second down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll set up to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Derrick Henry His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll run it again with Henry. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line.
Let's go.
A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Throwing is Hurts. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Max Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Let's go.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. But he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That's caught by Galladay. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hunter Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. It's complete, and he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Here's Hurts. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, He's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the 4th quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Switch, yellow. Come on. You better bring it. Check 9, check 9. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Check white. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Dancing to his left. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and 11 now. Here's Hurts to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Hurts. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.